Hey everyone, and welcome to day 10 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got the Monster Squad movie review. There are these kids that decide to one day form this fan club about monsters like Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, and the Mummy, and they all band together to try to save the day from all of these creatures. As far as the story goes, this is a movie that's directed by Fred Decker, and I had seen it before, but at the time I didn't really find it that impressive, and I don't really know the reason why, but then I ended up revisiting it and I absolutely loved it. And what better way than to watch it during the month of October, or at least close to Halloween, because this is a movie that is just oozing anything related to Halloween that we know and love about it. So I was really impressed with, the creativeness of the storyline, what these kids were going through, because it was always about this quest for this one amulet, like finding this amulet, and that's like the thing that opens up this portal to send the monsters from whence they came. And literally, it's like this crazy adventure that is also kind of scary as well, because you actually don't know what's around every corner. It could be a monster, or it could just be some random kid swearing nonstop. So I definitely loved this movie from what I saw of it. So as far as the casting goes, you definitely got this group of kids that, I was really shocked. And there are these really young kids, and even this small girl who goes along with her brother, who, with his friends, decide to hunt down these monsters. But then again, you also want to stray away from these monsters because they can be really, really scary. I mean, these antagonists are terrifying. I also find it kind of funny how these kids are just nonstop swearing, and of course, this is made in '87, so I was really surprised, but then again, I wasn't too surprised. It definitely has that old movie vibe to it, but it's not that old, and these kids are actually really hilarious, and their acting is pretty decent, so I was really impressed by what was all going on, and there's just too many people to mention. As far as the things that I liked about this movie, I love all of the monsters, and speaking of bats, I'm talking about Count Dracula, who I think was one of my favorites, but it would have to go to Frankenstein, who was just absolutely cool, and Wolfman was scary. The Mummy, not so much, but since I just saw The Creature from the Black Lagoon, Gillman was not as much of a threat in this movie, so I didn't really care about him. These situations that these kids were putting themselves in, I thought it was hilarious, it was scary, and it's definitely a movie that I found to be quite unique, that I just loved every minute of it, and that was really shocking because originally when I saw this, it looked really dumb, and now I take my words right back. This movie is definitely one to see. Things that I didn't really like about this movie, yes, it does have a little bit of that cheesiness to it, but it's really not that terrible. But for its time, maybe not, but I feel like some of it kind of feels like a TV movie, and something that I would have seen on like Disney Channel, but it's not, it doesn't have that Disney vibe because it's got all the swearing and whatnot, but I still think it's a pretty impressive film for what we've got. So overall, I would say that the Monster Squad was pretty creative. It was terrifying at times, and it also had the comedy that I was not expecting while seeing this, because you would think having all of these well-known movie monsters together, you didn't think it was going to be funny, and it would be full-blown horror, but that is not the case here. So I would actually recommend seeing this movie if you guys haven't. I would give this 4 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the Monster Squad, and come back tomorrow for day 11 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Trail Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.